Hi, I am Thomas Whitcomb, and I play Ryan White in Shine On. I think the best part about originating this role is that I've gotten to learn so much about the cool story of Ryan and research so much about him so that I could make my character as close to him, as authentic as it can be. Did I do something wrong? Tell me what I have done. Is there no way to mend? Time to lend. Must it end when it just had begun? And then I could go back to school, at last.
I think at least we can meet them halfway with their requests, even if it doesn't make any sense.
What guidelines?
Just a few things that will set a few minds to ease. We agreed that he shouldn't do gym, which he really shouldn't be doing anyway since he's a hemophiliac.
My name's Abby Moyers and I play Jeannie White. It's so cool to do an original show just because you are the first person to do it and you're putting something new out there for people to see and you get to originate a role, and it's really cool that this one is based on a true story, so I have things to look at and things to research, and I've talked to her before, so I have a lot to pull from it, but I also get to make it my own. So
I'm Mackenzie Alexander and I play the part of Andrea White, Ryan's sister. I was so looking forward when I auditioned. I was so scared but excited because I might have the chance to work with him, and I've heard so many good things about him from Abby and Thomas, and I'm just so lucky to be working with him.
So wait for that moment. It's going to be tough. What's the next little section? It's not too late to change your mind. Give him the opportunity. Okay then. Fix his hair. Just thinking of him the whole time. Go ahead.
I think rehearsals for this are so much different than you know, one where you're doing a show that's been, you know, put on like for years. Just because you're going through the scene, we read through it first, you're going through the scene, but then there's points where you can stop and be like, we should change that, this doesn't have a certain ring to it, and this needs to have a different feel. It's a lot of stopping and starting, but it's really helpful because that way you're making the character your own and you're really able to feel how you feel comfortable with it and how the character would feel comfortable with it. So it's really, rehearsals are just great for building character and really putting yourself in the story.
Very quickly and very painfully. And as far as you're concerned, the school are letting you come back and sit in the classroom with your children. Okay? So there needs to be a reason for you to be there. Passiveness is really not something that's going to happen there. So I want you to make that a difficult walk for him. But also remember to be coming forward.
It's been a couple of years since the idea first came to me. I was actually working at the Children's Museum and learned a little about Ryan's story there. And we were working here in youth theatre and looking for a project that I wanted to give the performers something brand new to work on, something they could create from scratch and maybe not copy a Broadway production or recording that they'd already heard, but something that they would be responsible for creating. Something that was educational, something that was in their age range, and something that was a local story. And this seemed to be the logical choice, connecting all those things together. It's quite a commitment to write, to commit things to paper, and obviously wanted to make sure that Ryan's mom was giving her blessing on the project. Fortunately, we were able to get hold of her, and she was able to read the draft that I put together for her. She hasn't heard any of the musical numbers. I hope she'll be happy with those. She was very gracious when we met her and was very supportive of the script, so we started really well. I'm not a precious writer. I'm not married to what I come into the rehearsal room with. If we discover something, I'm very happy to change it, and I think that's why the people involved in this project are very much so involved. Ensemble or lead role, they have an influence, and it's something we're creating together.
Come see Shine!